Hello my fellow traders. In this video, I'll tell you how I am able to take the payout from funded next future. What are the main difference or adjustment a trader should make who is transiting from CFD to future or vice versa. I'll tell you a detailed analysis in this video, the payout which I able to secure, all those details in this video. Please stay tuned and please subscribe to the channel because I have also lined up some video which I have got in this month payout from Apex, payout from Tradify and Purdia Capital. I'll make those videos. It is lined up. So to get this video, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Let's begin. Okay, so you can see, I'll just refresh once again. You will see this is the payout. It is the lifetime payout that I have achieved with the FundedNext. But here mainly you can see CFD payouts. Okay, these are the from my CFD trading payouts. And you people know I also able to get more than $200,000 payout from FTMO. The videos are there. Please check them out in my channel. Okay, so predominantly previously or now also I am predominantly a CFD trader, but I also moved from CMD, not completely moved, like parallelly I am doing the futures trading as well. And you can see here I was able to get $2,500 payout. It was a 50K legacy account. I love those legacy account. Those are very nice. So legacy account I have requested, and you can see it was done on 2nd of this April 2026. So this month, and account type is future, of course, and the disbursement was really fast. You people know that FundedNext is like for payout case, it was very nice. Like whenever I submitted my payout request, when I submitted my payout request, after that they send me Rise invitation because their payout will be credited in the Rise account. So as soon as I completed my Rise onboarding things, the timer started, and within 8 hours, you can see within 8 hours I got the payment was in my Rise account. So from my Rise account to bank account, it take one more business days, like that. But from the FundedNext point of view, the payout was very fast. Okay, so now the main thing is, you can see this is my future payout and this is my CFD's payout, 4,600, 2,000, like that. So now the naturally a question comes, Sanjoy, when a trader, say for example predominantly a CFD trader, what are the adjustment we need to make in the to come into the future domain? I'll tell what adjustment I did. You may have some different scenario, but I'll tell my scenario, what adjustment I did. Now mostly there is a vast difference in the maximum drawdown level. In CFD firms, mostly you get 10% drawdown, maximum drawdown, and 5% daily drawdown type. These are the normal, but 10% is the average max drawdown you get. But in future domain, mostly you will get 4% maximum drawdown. So 4% maximum drawdown is very less to work with, and you have to adjust yourself. It is not impossible, it is possible. That's what I showed. I got the payout, and I have payout lined up with my Apex and Tradify and Purdia Capital that I'll make a video soon within 2-3 days. But this 4%, like 50K account, future account, you will get a maximum drawdown of $2,000. So that is important. Now, how will you adjust? Now, how I have adjusted is, in my challenge phase, I'll trade with mini contracts. Okay, mini Nasdaq or mini S&P 500. I predominantly trade in ES contract, that is S&P 500 contract. So I'll trade in the challenge phase with minis. But when I secure a funded account, in those funded accounts I take it slowly. I trade only with micros. Occasionally, I may trade with minis, but that is 10 to 20% of the cases. In funded phase, I mostly in 80 to 90% time, I trade with the micro contract. And how many micro contract? In this regard, I am only giving you an example with a 50K account scenario, because most of you will trade in 50K, and I also personally prefer 50K account. Many people prefers 150K account also, that is their personal choice, but I personally prefer 50K account. In that 50K account, I do trade 2 to 5 micros, okay, 2 micros, sometimes 3 micros, sometimes maximum 5 micros, okay, like that. On an average, I am telling. If it is a very good scenario, then I'll just increase, but that is an exceptional cases. On an average, 2 to 5 micros in a 50K account I'll trade. So these are the small adjustment I need to make, because there is a drawdown limitation. There is a only 2000 or 4% drawdown limit, and some of the prop firms in the future prop firms have DLL also. This is a soft bridge, like daily max drawdown. In 50K account, mostly it is $1,000. So once you in a day, if you reach the loss level of $1,000, then for that day you will not able to trade. That is a soft bridge kind of things. So that is why I have taken very slowly. Now another part which is, I believe, is most challenging, not impossible, it is challenging, and you have to adapt in that scenario if you want to trade in future, is the difference of market. Because in CFD, most of you may trade in forex market. Say for example USD INR, USD GBP, USD Euro, like that. But in future prop firms, mostly you will incline to trade in ES or Nasdaq contract, like that. So both the market, the forex market and the equity market, are completely different scenarios. Yes, I know the concept. Say for example, you support and resistance and all the say for example ICT concept. Those things are say for example similar in the market, but still the market dynamics are different. It is equity index market and that was a forex market. So the people who mostly trade in CFD is a forex. When they come into the future market and trade in equity index, they need to make some adjustment and need to know the market, see for 1 or 2 weeks or few weeks how the equity market behaves, and then slowly they will adapt to that. It is a completely process. It is not that one day you will be master on that, not like that. It is a complete process. For my case, it was a little bit easier for me, because in the CFD account also I usually traded S&P 500 and Nasdaq mostly. So when I transition from CFD to, not transition, as I am telling it, I am doing it parallelly. So when I am taking a future account also, there also I trade in S&P 500 ES contracts or Nasdaq contracts. So it is market wise, it is similar. It is not that I trade mostly in forex and then I need to switch back to equity, not like that. So it was a good thing for me, but many of you need to adjust that market cycle or market behavior as well. Another part which you need to see is, there are many instant funding program or direct funding program, direct sim to funded, like that, that kind of program in many of the future prop firms. In CFD also there are few instant funding program, but mostly in the future domain it is mostly predominant. So in those cases, almost all the future prop firms have the uh, consistency rule, which is 20%, most of the cases 20 or 25%. So that is also a big thing to adapt. In CFD, most of the cases you do not have this consistency rule. Nowadays few firms have, but most of them you doesn't have a strict consistency rule of 20%. If you have the consistency in CFD, it might be 40%, 30% or 50%, but instant funding future plans have mostly 20% of consistency rule to start with. Now 20% consistency rule is a good thing. Okay, consistent trader, consistent, it is a good behavior. But one thing you need to adjust is, if your account is in big hole, or say for example first 2 days you make some big losses. In 50K account you make first 2 days $1,500 drawdown, then you are in a deep hole. And say for example next day you get a very good setup, you get a plus setup, and you punch the trade and trade is really going good, but due to this 20% consistency rule you need to book the profit. Okay, in 50K account it is almost 600 rupees, $600, because I think mostly the profit target is $3,000 plus minus something based on the which prop firm you are trading, but I am giving you an example. So $600 maximum you can make. So when you hit the $600, you need to cut the trade. So you are in loss. So from loss to getting in a break even, it will take some time also, and sometimes it might be very painful. So you need to adjust or adapt in those things. Good thing is slippage. Mostly the CFDs, many prop firms, or many times you need to think about the slippage in CFDs, but in future prop firm there is a you need not to worry about slippage. At least I am not worried about the slippage about that. Here please don't take this video as a comparison between CFD and future, which is good, which is bad. Not like that. Okay, I am just giving you an example where a trader can do both CFD and future, but he or she needs to adapt or adjust a little bit. Those adjustment points I am telling you, because for me, if you see, I have been successful in CFD space as well as in future prop firms. I am taking the payout. So it is not that one is good, one is bad. It is only thing is what type of rules you are trading with. You need to aware of those rules and make use of those rules, maintain that rules, and also take care of your strategies. A little bit adjustment here and there will be needed. Okay, so these are the main point that I had in my mind. Please like the video, do subscribe the channel. It will really motivate me, and I will explain in detail how I have achieved getting payout from Apex and Purdia Capital. They have a great instant funding program that I'll also cover, and I was able to get the payout from them as well. Also Tradify account, today I have secured a Tradify account payout. It has just hit my Rise account from Tradify, so I'll make that video as well. Stay tuned in that, and I'll explain most of my strategies, the psychological aspect of that in details. Do subscribe the channel, like the video. Have a good day.